And
Just close it off.
Where's the folder? I can't find the folder.
I got a good one. I got a great one. So is it being, so it says live up here.
Yeah, so it must be live.
When I go to my YouTube account.
Show you the shining, shimmering, splendid.
Did you do?
Article 3rd. And today we have some really great guests. I'd like to introduce Yvette Smart. She's joining us. She has a
So I don't see it on YouTube. So Somerville Line.
yes, no, you got it.
Yeah, do you have your cell phone? I was just gonna, do you wanna go
Nice.
on to Somerville Line? That's what I signed up.
So it's streaming again.
Well, it says live on YouTube.
Okay. So we just got to figure out where it is.
Yeah, so I can send the link.
Okay. Oh, the movie. You found the movie.
Yeah,
Are you saying if it's live?
yeah, that's what, that's the only thing, that's what I'm trying to do now. Somerville Line.
audio with that when it's all the songs are playing during it.
Yeah, it should be. Can you log in? Because if we can hear audio coming out, then we should be good.
Oh, yes, I didn't mean to, but there,
So can you hear it?
okay.
Can you hear it? Oh, where's
Yeah.
the? Oh, the mic
Okay.
is on. The mic is on.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, are you getting
There's a hero.
1, 2, 3,
If
table.
you look inside your
Test 1,
heart,
test 2. It's going to be
don't
right
have
up
to
to test.
be
Test. You
afraid
got it coming out
of what you
behind you, too.
are.
There ain't such thing as a
There's an answer
Side, Cal.
if you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on.
Speakers and talk some more to you. Unplug the speakers so you could see, are you getting something through the camera? Through the camera. Anesta, could you, Miss Hicks, can you look on the viewfinder and tell me if you're getting any signal? 1, 2. Okay. Very good. Thank you so much for playing along at home. It's a nice little 2-second latency. So there should be interesting things. 5 or 7-second lag. We'll figure out once this starts to rise up, if whatever you get can go over to the projector, and then we'll be putting it down. Yeah, it should be. Well, we've got power right here. We've got more plugins on this power strip over here. Do you need it to be next to you? I'm bringing one over right now. Okay.
Try that one right now. It was, Are you doing like this? No, Jack. You know the buttons to change the channel art? Yeah.
If you reach into your soul and the sorrow that you know will melt away, and then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. For you to hold.
Got it, Chuck. Good evening, families. We're going to get our graduates out here. So please get in your cars. Yeah. Please get in your Can you guys clear that path, please? Clear the path.
I thought you were getting a reward first.
We're not.
Oh.
We're not. All right. You're gonna do fine. You're gonna do great, honey. That's why I came to you, okay? It's gonna be fun. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's okay. Just read. You'll be fine. All right?
When do I start? Oh. Good evening to all. Ms. Britos, staff, teachers, fellow soon-to-be seventh graders, and families. I want to welcome you all to a night that means the world to many families and graduates like myself. My name is Jalen Antonio Foster, and in my 8 wonderful years at the Banneker, I've had a lot of memories that I will always cherish. But the one above the rest is the 4th grade STEAM's Expo Night and the weeks of preparation beforehand. Those weeks really shaped me into who I am now, and I'm forever grateful for the memories Miss Hester and Green gave me. While at the Banneker, I've learned many other important lessons that have made me a better person. I'd like to share a story about how I learned one with you all tonight. A couple of months ago, on a late Saturday night, I was looking through all my assignments for that month. I really didn't care much, so I quickly scrolled down all of them and turned on the TV. While I was watching TV, something in my gut told me to look at my work, so I quickly opened my laptop and looked at the assignments. I was overwhelmed. There were piles and piles of work that I hadn't yet completed, so much so that I couldn't even look through it all. At the time, my teacher, Miss Balin, gave a weekly progress reports, and I looked through them all as well. Not a single week was I passing in math, and the highest in LA. But the very next week, it went back down to a D. Then it all finally came together. I realized that if I kept this up, then I wouldn't make it to the 7th grade. I was in fear. I didn't know what to do or say, so I just let out a cry. Not a loud one, of course, but one that still showed the fear and disappointment I was in. I stressed myself out until I had nothing else to think about but sleep. For the next couple of weeks, I begged my mom to let me go to school. I knew the risk of catching COVID existed, but I also knew how to be safe, and it was the only way for me to make it to the 7th grade. Besides those reasons, deep down, something else made me want to go back to school. For the longest time, I didn't know what it actually was, but I eventually realized it was the people and the willingness to care about me and for me. It was the community of people at the Banneker who over the years have tried so hard to show me love and care. The teachers, the staff, and my friends show me that I really mean something to them. I miss them. They inspire me not to give up, especially when nearing the end of the year. From this experience, I learned to never give up on myself because I matter, and the people who care about me showed that. It took me a while to realize that, but now that I do, I'm in a much better place. What I'm really trying to say is this. Life isn't always going to be fun. At some time or another, everyone suffers, feels pain, and ends up feeling alone. You might be so overwhelmed that you just want to end everything. However, giving up isn't the right way to handle these problems. Don't even consider it. If not for yourself, then for everyone who cares about you in the world. It could be a multitude of people or just one. There's always someone who cares, and that person wants to see you come out on the right side, whether you're crawling or running. Don't be afraid to look for help if you need. Don't be afraid to look for help if you need it, and tell the people who care because they are willing to help you. Most importantly, know that you matter. Even if not to anyone else, then know that you matter to yourself. I wouldn't be able to learn this myself and tell all of you if it wasn't for the people in my life who cared. Like my 5th grade teacher, Mr. Stanford, and my 6th grade teachers, Miss Balin and Miss Banks, who educated me during a global pandemic. I'd also like to thank Ms. Britos for inspiring all of us to be the best version of ourselves and pushing us through the possible worst times of our lives. Last but not least, of course, I want to thank my 3 loving parents. Although I don't show it, I love you 3 with all my heart. To my fellow graduates, I want you to know that I'll always be grateful for meeting all of you. I'll remember the times we shared and the conversations we had. I'd like to give you all a quote from Vincent van Gogh, who was an artist. I feel there's truly nothing more artistic than to love people, he said. This quote means there is a beauty to loving people and yourself, and I hold it close to my heart. Now, it pains me to say this, but goodbye to the Banneker staff and students. I wish you all the best in life and expect the best from all of you. Thank you for your support in raising me. Because of that, I consider you all family. I love all of you. Have a wonderful night.
That was wonderful, Jalen. Excellent job. One of the things that makes an education at the Banneker so complete is our dedication to special classes such as music, art, library, physical education, and technology. Here to present awards in these domains are Ms. Marino, the music teacher, Ms. St. Germain, the art teacher, and Ms. Hicks, the technology teacher.
Good evening. Tonight's technology award goes to Jaden. So can you please come up, Jaden? First, I just want to read the inscription. To Jaden, the Benjamin Banneker Technology Award honors Jaden for his innovation and creativity throughout his education. Congratulations. Okay. The next technology award goes to Angie. Can you come up, please? I'll read hers too. Benjamin Banneker Technology Award honors Angie for her innovation and extreme creativity throughout her education. Congratulations.
So I'm the art teacher. I like to keep it simple. The kids come to me and they have fun in the art room where it's a really relaxing experience. And I kept Angie on the stage because Angie is one of the award winners for the art award. Another art award goes to Faven. And the last art award goes to Tracy. Thank you, guys. And I love you all.
Good evening, everyone. I am Miss Marino, the music teacher. Closer. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Marino, the music teacher, and this year's music awards go to 4 students who have gone above and beyond, both in their creativity and in their dedication to their music. I'd like to call up Angie once again. I'd also like to call up Melanie. I'd also like to call up Mia and Sierra. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you. CARE is an acronym that we use at our school to represent our core values: community, achievement, responsibility, and experience. This year's CARE Awards will be presented by 2 of our 6th grade teachers, Ms. Banks and Mr. Grimm.
Community at the Banneker means we are kind, we work together, and we take care of each other at school. This year's community award goes to Jaden and Angelina.
Achievement at the Banneker is defined as always setting and working towards our goals. This year's Achievement Award goes to Tracy and Mardoche and Nevea Gonzalez. Responsibility at the Banneker is defined as owning what we do and striving to do better. This year's Responsibility Awards go to Angel and Petros.
Experience at the Banneker means accepting all challenges and not being afraid to take risk. This year's Experience Award goes to Sierra and Dogman.
I'll make it work. Our next student, thank you. Our next student speaker has a vibrant personality and a warm smile that can light up any room. Please welcome Nalia Tejeda Diaz.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, fellow graduates, friends, families, and Banneker staff. I hope everyone is having a good evening so far. My name is Nalia Tejeda Diaz, and I have attended the Banneker since K2. Boy, has it been a wild ride. Or as my mom would say, boy, it's been a wild ride. During this ride, I have learned some valuable lessons. There was good and fun times like meeting my best friend Isamora, but also rough times, such as ending up in the principal's office. Today, as I'm graduating from the 6th grade, I realized no matter where I was during this journey, there was always a Banneker staff there to support me. I remember there was a day I did not want to go to class. I thought it was wise not to follow directions, and I even accidentally broke Mr. Stanford's favorite ruler, just because I was having a bad morning. Needless to say, that did not end up well for me. I was sent to Ms. Brito's office. The office was crowded with all these scary looking people. It was a nightmare that I wasn't ready to face. I remember seeing Ms. Johnson, Mr. Stanford, Ms. St. Germain, and finally, Ms. Brito's sitting behind her desk. Everyone had their eyes on me, which made it scary and awkward. Ms. Breaches then asked me why was I so upset. She really wanted to know what was bothering me. Just the way she asked, sounding so concerned, was enough for me to open up and tell her what was going on. She asked the adults to step out of the office so that her and I could speak one-on-one. She allowed me to speak about everything that was bothering me and made sure that I felt heard. As I was talking to her, she reminded me to take deep breaths because she realized that I was getting upset and overwhelmed. When I finished, it was her turn to speak. She gave me some great advice. The most important one to me was when she said that I need to make better choices. Everything was going well. That is until it was time for the consequence, which was not having recess for the rest of the week. I wasn't ready for that because I really enjoyed recess time. But because of my bad decisions to misbehave, I had to accept and agree to the punishment. What I learned and realized from this experience was Ms. Breaches cared enough to notice there was something else wrong, bigger than just bad behavior. She reminded me that I shouldn't take my anger out on other people when they didn't do anything wrong. Even though there were rough times here at Banneker, there were also many good times. Those fun times were activities the Banneker staff organized for us. There were activities we did as a class or grade or others as a whole school. The best one would be the times we had fun day. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we haven't had one these last 2 years. It was usually held on the last week of school. What made it fun was because you got to spend time with everyone in your grade. You got to do many different bouncy house activities. And awesome, the best part was there was a lot of sugar, like cotton candy, popcorn, and snow cones that everyone always wanted seconds. There was also food such as burgers and hot dogs. All of that was fun. We also had a competitive STEAMs expo, which I thought was always fun because we were able to present and show the different class creativity. Biggest one has to be field day because after running around and doing different activities, we got to eat juicy watermelon. My best memory of field day will always be the softball toss because I would never win, and some of my classmates would always say it's because I'm short and I have short arms. Since K2, I always remember being one of the youngest and shortest. Although we all have grown today, I still remain one of the shortest sixth graders. So as I leave the Banneker, I would like to thank some people who have guided me to be able to stand here today. Ms. Johnson and Ms. St. Germain, even though they can be tough and scary at times, they helped me realize that not listening isn't going to get me nowhere and just get me into more trouble. Miss Icy, my best friend's mother, for always being there, calling me, and sometimes even driving to my house to make sure all my schoolwork was done, although it was annoying at times. My sisters, Sierra Lee and Liliani, for waking me up during remote learning and always giving me pep talks of the importance of good behavior and being a leader. Most important, my mother for choosing a great school for me to attend, such as the Benjamin Banneker Charter Public School. In conclusion, I would like to say this is not the beginning, this is not the end, but the beginning. As Ms. Breaches has stated in previous years, that the Banneker has given us a strong foundation. A foundation that will be strong enough to overcome many problems and situations. But there will be many times we will feel like falling and giving up, but we should remember where we came from. The Banneker is a school that has taught us that it's okay to fail, but to always get up and keep trying to succeed.
Great job, Nalia. Okay, so our next award is going to be presented at this time. Now to present this year's STEM Award recipients is our after-school program director, Ms. Barbara Brothers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have come to another year's end, and we have had students doing so much, even remotely. We have an organization called the Retiree School Volunteer Association, and they've been partnered with the Banneker for over 14 years. And through them, we've been able to give students awards for their STEM expertise and their excitement and their interest. So your teachers have been watching how you've been doing with STEM as well as everything else for your entire career here. And we've come up with the students that embody the STEM categories. We have 2 students this year. The first one is Nia Warren. Hello, Nia. Hold on. Nia, you have this. In here somewhere. So not only do you get an award, you also get a gift card. And the second student that embodies STEM is Elijah Groupie. Congratulations, and keep representing the Banneker well.
This next student speaker is friendly and has a heart of gold. Please welcome Shania Metellus to the stage.
I'm surprised. Not yet. So you're gonna talk slow. There you go. Talk slow but loud into the mic, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Good evening, Ms. Britus, teachers, parents, and my fellow graduates. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. After a lot of hard work, we did it, Class 2021. If any of you don't know my name already, my name is Shania Metellus, and I have been a part of the Banneker family for 7 years now. This school has had a very big impact on me, and I am grateful to have grown up in a wonderful, hardworking, and welcoming school. Big shout out to Ms. Britus and the teachers for making this school feel like home and for teaching me the best ways possible. During my time here, I learned some valuable life lessons. I would like to share a story with you, and I hope the message touches your heart as much as it does to mine. In the 4th grade, there was an audition for our school's new dance team, the Banneker Beat. Ms. Hicks was hosting the auditions in the technology lab. She brought the students who were auditioning downstairs to the gym. Ms. Hicks then gave us instructions on what to do while we waited. After, Ms. Hicks went upstairs, and the other teachers helping Ms. Hicks called students one by one to the technology lab to do their audition. Eventually, it was my turn. I felt so much stress and I was so nervous, my legs were shaking. I remember thinking to myself that if I mess up, I might not get in. I arrived in the technology lab where the auditions were taking place, and I was asked what music I needed. I told Miss Hester the music, and I went right to dancing. I was so nervous, but behind the camera, Miss Hicks was recording me while cheering me on. With her support, I was able to continue with confidence. I remember thinking to myself, I really enjoy dancing and that I could persevere through this. When my dance was done, all the teachers were smiling and congratulating me. I was so thankful that I did not mess up. A few weeks later, I got a letter in the mail. It said I got accepted. My mom read the note and was so happy for me. My mother then told me that I did a great job and that she was so happy that I didn't give up. After being accepted into Banneker B, I was so proud of myself. I'm glad that I auditioned even though I thought I might not get in. This experience taught me to try new things even if you're afraid of failing. Also, you can look up to the people around you that care about you, like Ms. Hicks, to give you an extra boost to help you succeed. This was a great learning experience for me because I also learned that even if I hadn't gotten in, I would also feel successful because I gave it a try. If you love doing something, then go for it. Just try your best and you might accomplish your goal. This story goes out to anyone who thinks they can't do something or that they are afraid of trying because they might fail. Go for it. At the end of the day, you still did what you love or what you wanted to do, which should make you feel successful for trying. For example, Malcolm X. He was an African-American Muslim minister and the human rights activist who was a popular figure during the civil rights movement. Malcolm would get criticized every single day due to the fact that he was Black, but that did not stop him from trying his best every single day to fight for equality. Following this, I would love to give a big thank you to Ms. Danahy and Mrs. Dubois, my kindergarten teachers, for welcoming me to the Banneker on my first day of school. I am very grateful I had teachers like you to start my journey at the Banneker. Thank you, Mr. Stanford, for always being supportive and always checking on me when I'm down. Thank you to Mr. Carl for always cheering me up by giving me the best advice when I need it the most. Thank you, Ms. Mara, for helping me to believe that even though times were tough, I could still try my best. Thank you, Ms. Balin and Ms. Banks, for making my last year at the Banneker a great adventure and experience. And lastly, a big thank you to my parents for bringing me to Benjamin Banneker Charter Public School, knowing that this would be a great journey for me. To my fellow graduates, I urge you to take risks and try new things because you might end up being very good at it. I would like to read my favorite quote from Nelson Mandela, a South African political leader. It always seems impossible until it's done. This quote is strong for me because it lets me know that if I think something isn't possible, I should always try it before it's done. In our next chapters at our new schools, try new things, join fun after-school activities, but most of all, try your best and be yourself. Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Shania, that was wonderful. Alrighty. This year's Scott Darling Award will be presented by one of our 6th grade teachers, Mr. Stanford.
Good evening, Banneker families, and good evening, graduates. I've had the honor of teaching these kids 2 years, so I taught just about every last one of them. And it's with and it's with great honor that I get to present the Scott Darling Award. The Scott Darling Leadership Award is one of the top awards presented to students at the Banneker. In order for a student to be considered for this award, they must exceed in their academics and excel in the examples of the Banneker's core values, which are CARE, which stand for community, achievement, responsibility, and experience. This year, there were a number of students to be considered but one stood out among the rest. This student brought a positive attitude to their community and was always eager to help a fellow classmate each day. They also constantly worked to achieve top marks on their schoolwork. They have proven themselves to be responsible, not only this year, but in all of their previous years here. And they have also been part of almost every Banneker experience possible, which will soon also include speaking at graduation. So without further ado, this year's recipient of the Scott Darling Leadership Award goes to our next speaker, Angie Tone. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have an award to present her because that award sits right in the front of our building. So anytime you come to the school and you look right next to Ms. Britus's office, you will see her name here forever at the Banneker.
Oh, sorry. Okay. All right, Angie, wait 1 second. Okay. Okay, now Angie is going to deliver her speech. Here it is.
Welcome all Banneker students, staff, and families. My name is Angie Telholm, like they just announced. And first of all, I would like to say thank you to all my teachers and classmates who have helped me throughout the years at Banneker. There's something that I've learned while being here. Yeah, I know it's school, of course, but it's something I will always remember and take along with me on my journey. I remember one day in 2nd grade at lunchtime, I made a bad mistake. There was this girl and a couple other boys, or the cool kids that were popular, laughing together, whispering to each other, and I noticed it, but decided to mind my business. Or if I tried to get added to the conversation, they'll just tell me to mind my own business themselves. So I just drank my milk in peace. Then, unexpectedly, one of them tapped my shoulder, and the rest of them were staring at me, trying to hide their laughter. They asked me a nasty joke, but at first I didn't understand. At first I didn't understand it. Then another one of them told me what it meant, and they all laughed. Now I didn't want to be that weird lame kid that did not understand the joke, so I laughed with them. More of them were passing on the joke after believing in my fake laugh, so I thought at the time it was finally my chance to be cool. The stereotype of being cool was to be rude or share nasty jokes, like how they were being to me, in my opinion, back in the day. But boy, do I regret my next decision that day. So I started to pass on the joke to more and more of my classmates. Most of them laughed it off and went on with their lunch. But then I went to the next person. She was sitting all the way to the left of the table. So I had to get up and go all the way to her while Ms. Ford wasn't looking. I went to her and told her the joke, expecting her to laugh and say, "Oh, I didn't know you knew that," while laughing. She almost looked mad and said, "Ew, Angie, I'm gonna tell on you." When I tell you there was a literal pit inside my stomach, there was. That just fell as soon as she said, "I'm going to tell on you." The worst words in tattletailing history. I felt this instant slap of guilt and regret. I was starting to pray that I would throw up. I mean, I already felt like it when my body just do it due to the amount of fear I had of getting in trouble. Every step she took to tell the teacher, I felt my heart jumping 100 times faster. I am not joking. Then she got to Miss Ford and pointed at me talking. Miss Ford's mouth went wide open and I saw her game face go on, or at least the face she makes when she gets mad or when she's about to yell. Then I saw the girl going back to her seat, and it sounded like my teacher's voice went 3 times deeper, and just how mad she was calling my name, saying, "Angie, come here right now." Jesus help me. My legs felt numb as I started walking over to her. She was pointing fiercely where I was supposed to stand. She asked me what I had said and what it meant. I knew she knew what it meant, but I could tell she was hoping that I didn't say that. Miss Ford and I had always been besties in or out of class, but I have never done anything this bad. But then I admitted to it, and the words that came out of her mouth haunt me to this day. Go to Mr. Palon's office. Whoa. I had only seen the kids that did seriously bad things go in there, but I never knew what it was like being there. I kept on reassuring that this was a dream as millions of tears went down my face. I opened the door and busted out in tears. And he asked me what was wrong, but at that point, I believe I forgot how to speak, and all I could say was a mix of gibberish and English in the middle of my tears, telling him I did something wrong. Miss Ford came in and told him I did something bad, so she was going to write my blue sheet now. A blue sheet? Oh, no. He told me to wipe my tears and stop talking to the kids he was with at the time and made me sit down with this big kid. He asked me what I had said, but I told him I couldn't say to him. So he made me say it to the 6th or 5th grader who was across from me. I told her and she immediately covered her mouth with a mix of shock and surprise. Then she walked over to Mr. Pillant and told him what I had said. He called me over and was so disappointed, telling me how he had never expected this from me. I realized how following the cool kids was a very, very bad idea. I was mostly surprised at how the cool kid didn't get in the slightest bit of trouble because they had only heard it from me and me only. As he let me out of his office sometime after he finished talking to me, I walked upstairs to go to class since I saw that lunch was over. But most importantly, I was wondering how I would tell my parents, which my 2nd grade self didn't fully do. I got back to my classroom and saw my name on the behavior chart on red. Wow. From that day forward, I knew that trying to be a cool kid or be popular and do things that weren't me at all were not the way to go. Now I know there's people out there who feel the same way, wanting to fit in just how I felt, and sometimes I still do. But you don't have to fit in the crowd to be cool. Just be you. I'm going to let you in on a little secret, and that being cool is just you being yourself. Don't let any thoughts, anyone, anything, any person, any TV star tell you otherwise, because you are supposed to be you. Don't ever try to be someone else, because spoiler alert, you will never be them. Be yourself and own it. Thank you to everyone who has helped me become the person I am today. There are no words to describe how amazing this school is. It has been an amazing 7 years, and a special thank you to all the teachers I've had throughout the years. Thank you for the overwhelming amount of joy, love and joy that everyone has shown me during my time here. Even though it seems like yesterday where I was walking through the doors to go to my pre-K class, it's sad that it's our time to go. And I know me and my family will always cherish you guys in our hearts, especially my dad, who used to always make me wait so he could talk to Miss St. Germain at the front desk every time he picks me up. I will always remember the school and remember it as my second home. And I'll definitely visit every now and then. Thank you and good night, everyone.
Angie, that was a wonderful, wonderful message. Fabulous lesson from your speech. Great job. And thank you so much. All the families out there, you guys are giving our kids your complete attention. Wonderful, wonderful. Give yourselves a hand of applause. Let's all applaud these wonderful families for being here tonight. And now we have our final student speaker. Okay, she is the keynote. Okay, so at this time we have our final student speaker. She is a brilliant child, a great friend to her peers, and a natural born author. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome keynote speaker of the evening, Sierra Lee Jones.
Greetings, Ms. Britus, families, teachers, specialists, and most importantly, fellow graduates. My name is Sierra Lee Jones, and I've been at the Banneker for 8 years. Throughout my 8 years, I've always considered the Banneker as a second home. I've always felt that safe, supported, fun time feeling anytime I walked into the building. I have to say, the one thing I always liked here at the Banneker is our special community bond. It's nice to see that despite the challenges of a pandemic, we are still able to connect and communicate with one another. As a whole, productive and well-educated school, we've all become so close. The school has shown me that in one way or another, we are all family. And as a Banneker member, I am proud to be a part of this family. Today, I would like to present a short story that is just one example of the strong bond Banneker has. This story plays a very big part in my development as a person, so I'm excited to be sharing it with you today. In the 3rd grade, students would go on an educational trip to Plymouth Plantation. People who attended this trip would have to stay the night, Wednesday through Friday. I personally was so excited. This was a big chance to bond with my fellow classmates while still making time for education. But there was a big problem. I had never in my life been so scared of leaving home. I felt that none of the other kids could possibly understand my struggle. The trip began, and after a while of riding, we finally got closer. I watched as we pulled into the parking lot, and I wanted to leave. I wanted to go back home to people I knew, trusted, and loved. This place where we were going to stay was a palace. However, seeing all the rooms raised my anxiety. As we looked around, all the worries started bubbling up inside of me. I could feel myself starting to cry. I didn't want to be around so many people in a place so unfamiliar. I asked to go to the bathroom so I could hide my face from the shame, but all the same, I was scared. I didn't want to be there anymore. All I wanted to do was go home again, where I could lay down in my own bed with my very own family. The minutes were starting to pile up, and I knew I had to come out or someone would come looking for me. So I did. To my surprise, my whole group was waiting for me. I remember thinking, wow, I thought the group didn't care about me, but I was wrong. They actually waited for me. Right there, I felt the sense of hope that changed my mind forever. That one experience helped me realize I was a part of a community, a sense of safety and bonding between classmates and I. It made me feel like I mattered. And at that moment, I knew I was no longer scared. I was able to relax and have fun. The trip helped me understand something I hadn't before. Being a part of a supportive community can help you find the strength to help yourself. When I found out that actual people cared enough about me to stick around and have my back, even through tough times, I knew I belonged, and I gained the strength to face my own fears and have fun instead. This moment has taught me that I mattered to community and as a whole person. The truth is, sometimes people are kicked, beaten up, and bullied because they don't know how to defend for themselves. These people are vulnerable because they don't have a support group to turn to. Everyone needs people to help you be you. And as a community, we have the power to build each other up and stand up for each other. We have the power to change and inspire those around us. And once we stand as one, each and everyone in that community will be able to stand on their own. There are a couple people I want to thank for helping me get to this conclusion. They are the ones who built me into the person I am today. So I want to thank Ms. Roby for welcoming me into the 3rd grade with open arms and really just being a cool teacher. I want to thank Ms. Mara for helping me see the positive side of things. Also, for really being a nice person. I want to thank Mr. Wilson for making learning such a fun thing for me. I would also like to thank Mr. Best for creating such a great bond with me. You are such a nice and funny guy, so thank you for sharing your jokes with me. And Miss Banks, thank you for being like a second mother to me and for constantly dealing and putting up with my silliness. Lastly, I would like to thank Ms. Britus for creating a place where kids can communicate in person, no matter the struggle, for believing in the school and making it a better place for children and their needs. I will always remember the people among me today. I will remember the fun times I'd spend with my classmates, and I will remember the tricks we played on our teachers. I will remember how safe the school made me feel. I'm thankful for all the time I spent at the school. All the people I've gotten to know and understand have changed me for the better. I'm also grateful for the education I was given while at the school. To the graduates that sit before me, I say to them, succeed. The future calls for the exact person Banneker has taught you to be. So be the graduates that grow together, fight together, and hopefully succeed together. As a brave and courageous leader and activist, Coretta Scott King once said, the greatness of community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members. I'm happy to say that I'll miss you all with all my heart. As I finish this speech, I hope you consider my words. I hope out of this whole school year with me, the people of this graduation were able to meet someone new, to have friends and communicate with one another. With that, I wish you all the best and good night.
Just, yeah. I'm so proud of you, Sierra. That was excellent. Yes, excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I invite you to now listen to our esteemed principal, Ms. Shirley Britus Clodomir, to the podium to offer her words of wisdom to our graduates and school community.
Thank you, families. And I want to make a note that the program has been shifted a little bit because as you can see, we have a screen here and we're making the time so that we can only see it when it gets a little darker. So we do have a video for you to watch, a beautiful song the sixth graders have performed, and that will happen in a different order. So we're going to have my speech, the diplomas, and then you're going to get to see the awards. I'm sorry, you're going to get to see the videos. The other thing I want to add is if you look to the side over here, we have given the Banneker students a beautiful sixth grade graduation gift. And so at the end, they'll get that. That is our attempt to remind them about the value of education and the importance of it. So without further ado, I would like to begin my speech to the class of 2021 with a poem. So I need you, eyes on me, and listen carefully. To learn while still a child what life is meant to be, to know it goes beyond myself, is so much more than me. To overcome the tragedies, to survive the hardest times, to face those moments filled with pain and still manage to be kind. To fight for those who cannot themselves, to always share my light with those who wander in the dark, to love with all my might. To stand up with courage, though standing on my own. To still get up and face each day, even when I stand alone. to try to understand the ones that no one cares to know and make myself feel some value when the world has let me go. To be an anchor, strong and true, that person loyal to the end, to be a constant source of hope to my family and my friends, to live a life of decency, to share my heart and soul, to always say I'm sorry when I've harmed both friend or foe, to be proud of whom I've tried to be and this life I choose to live, to make the most of every day and be giving all I have to give. To me, that's what life should be. To make, that's what it's for. To me, that's what it's for. To take what God has given me and to make it so much more. To live a life that matters, to be someone of great worth, to love and be loved in return, to make my mark on earth. What Life Should Be by Pat Fleming. That is what I expect for all of you. This poem captures the essence of what I believe life should be. One of purpose and destiny. It is my hope that the Banneker has helped you to prepare for such a life. Good evening, graduates, parents, families, well-wishers, and the Banneker staff. It is indeed a pleasure to share a few words with you on this wonderful night of celebrations and new beginnings. We have been through one of the most challenging times in our history of this country. I stand corrected, in the world. COVID-19 has tested us all in unprecedented ways. While it is only natural to feel cheated of so much, and perhaps to see this pandemic merely as unfortunate coincidence, I believe that nothing just happens. Difficulties occur to shape us into better versions of ourselves. They are often tied to our purpose and our destiny. We have become stronger, more innovative, and resilient. And I am proud to say that we did not only survive, but we have succeeded as a community of students, parents, and educators. Give yourselves a round of applause. You have come to the end of our time here at Banneker, and we are confident that you are well prepared to succeed wherever the next steps take you. And as you get ready for new beginnings, I would like to impress upon you the importance of purpose. Purpose can be defined as the feeling of being determined to do or achieve something. Let me say that again. Purpose can be defined as the feeling of being determined to do or achieve something. Every single person has a purpose. More specifically, each and every member of this class of 2021, you all, has a purpose. You have a purpose because you are alive. You have a purpose because you are a human being on this earth. And in this particular time in history, you matter. You matter to your families, you matter to your community, you matter to this country, you matter to the world, and you matter because each of you is wonderfully and beautifully made, designed on purpose to accomplish a task or an assignment made just for you and only you. You may be thinking, what's my purpose? And how will I know what I'm designed to accomplish? Well, I'm glad you asked. You do not need to go searching for your purpose. Your purpose will find you. If you continue to do your work, whether it's at home or at school, with your whole heart, your purpose will find you. If you make a habit of doing what is right instead of what is easy or popular, you will find your purpose. If you choose truth, kindness, and fairness instead of comfort and convenience, you will find your purpose. If you are able to muster the strength to push through failure, doubt, and fear, your purpose will find you. Class of 2021, know this: you are here on purpose, for a purpose, and that as long as you are on this planet, you matter. Do not let anyone or anything, or even how you may feel from time to time, make you think otherwise. I know sometimes, I know you get confused about who you are or who you're supposed to be because of social media and influencers always screaming at you, telling you who to think you are. Look at me. Listen to me. I don't lie to you. I don't pretend with you. I expect great things of you because I know you. I know where you come from. I know where you came from. I know what you've been taught. And I know that you have a purpose. And I know that you will find your purpose. Class of 2021, my Banneker not so little people anymore. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hands. Congratulations.
And now, the moment we have all been waiting for, it is time for us to hand our diplomas to our very worthy graduates. Class of 2021, please rise.
One second, Ms. Balin. It wouldn't be sixth grade graduation right now unless we brought Ms. Janice up, our other member of the sixth grade teaching team.
Yeah. Jalen? Nalia? Shania? Angie? Sierra? Mardoche? Adam? Michaela? Nia? Ramari? Bethlehem? Thank you. Atiana? Samaya. Angelina. Nevaeh. Angel. Christian. Sire. Oh, Sire. She's excited. Hadassah. Mate. Xavion. Petros. Tracy. Ismora. Melanie. Nahum. Joel. Jaden. Faven. Joseph. Dagum. Jonathan. Tamia. There you go, Tamia. Good job. Emmanuel. Kai. Theodore. Michael. Elijah.
Let's give our graduates a round of applause. Jalen Foster. Jalen Foster. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have the graduates have a seat. So again, we're gonna do things a little differently because we want them to be able to see the videos. So graduates, now that you've officially graduated, you can take your tassels and turn them to the other side. Let's give them a round of applause. As we prepare the videos, you're going to watch two of them, Memories, featuring Mardoche, Hadassah, Sierra, and Nia. And then we're going to watch our 6th grade reflection videos. So what we're going to do is have the students leave row by row to get their gifts and meet you in your cars. And we're going to start the videos now. Okay, so teachers, first row first. We're going to give them their gifts so that they can get to see them. Go to the first row. The first row, please follow Mr. Stanford. Only the students in the first row. Where did you go? Your students are going to meet you in the car. We're going to start the video in a few minutes. The second row, please stand. The second row, please stand. The second row, follow Ms. Banks. We're asking our students to find their grown-ups. The third row may stand up. The third row, follow Ms. Banks. We're asking all the students to go back to the cars so that we can start the videos. The last row can stand up now. Families, we're going to start the video.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wishing we live, but you're not, 'cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through.
Families, the videos are really important. Screen, we're gonna play the video now.
On the way, 'cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you.
There's a time that I remember when
when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same.
Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. 'Cause I can't reach out to call you. I know I will one day.
Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, but everything will be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. Do, 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 do. Memories bring back you.
There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost. When I felt like all the hatred was too powerful to stop.
Now my heart feels like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I carry these torches for you, 'cause you know I never drop, yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, hey, hey. But everything will be alright. Go raise a glass and say, hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. Do, 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 do. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you.
There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever and everything would stay the same.
Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. 'Cause I can't reach out to call you. I know I will one day. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey, but everything will be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. Do, 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 do. Memories bring back you.
There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost. When I felt like all the hatred was too powerful to stop.
Now my heart feels like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I carry these torches for you, 'cause you know I never drop, yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, hey, hey. But everything will be alright. Go raise a glass and say, hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. Do, 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 do. Memories bring back you. Do, 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 do.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under on a magic carpet ride. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming.
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Now I'm in a whole new world with
Unbelievable sights, indescribable feeling, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. A whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
100,000
Hold your breath,
things
it
to
gets
see.
better.
Before we celebrate today's academic success, let's take a look back on where and what we have gone through as a community. Remember, March 2020 was a time when the world basically shut down. Mankind was facing one of the world's scariest pandemics. Schools all over America were closing. Learning had just stopped. Coronavirus was on its evil mission to destroy education for the world's students. But not at the Falls of Banneker. Many of you know Banneker as a STEM school. But now the world would come to know Banneker as one of the lone communities fighting to restore education within its halls. So Banneker community, let us never forget our superhero teachers and our superhero students who took on this incredible mission to restore education stability within the halls of Banneker while helping defeat the evil coronavirus. Congratulations, job well done.
inside your heart. You don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's a sign, and you know you can't survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. It's a long road, and you face the world alone. No one reaches out a hand for you to hold. You can find love if you're
we are wise. We know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me. We are not strong, and I'll be your friend.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let the pain sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. That's what we belong. Won't let them break me down. I know that there's a place for us. Oh, we are glorious. Wanna cut me down. I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me.